Be sure to give me a good review. My name's Karen. Okay, so final day. We got on our flight from Paris, no problems, except for the flight line to check the bag took for freaking ever. And then to get to passport control, and literally it was like 3 different steps. There was a huge long line from bag checking to check your passport. Then you had to like do the like legit check passport, and then after that you had security. It was bananas. We stood behind a bag lady for a little while, but before that Kelly left and got us McDonald's.
You need to describe more about the bag lady. You can't just say bag lady. Like,
Okay,
10 years ago, I know what bag lady means.
The bag lady had a bag full of shopping bags, so 2 of them actually. But anyways, she got us McDonald's, and in Europe, apparently they put the teas and hot coffees and stuff inside the bag that they give you along with all the food. And while I was holding it, I switched hands, and one of the coffees knocked over and spilled over everything. Like my boot, my legging, my backpack, everything. And somebody came up to us and spoke in French, which of course I don't understand, and told us that we're spilling coffee. So we ended up throwing that away. But anyways, we get to our flight after doing all those measures, like basically right on time. You want to say anything about that?
Of course, it was the furthest terminal.
Oh yeah, always.
We got to, it was like in this cool little dome that had like 3 terminals in it.
Yeah, that was cool.
And there is 3 shops. I wanted to get a paper because right now with all the riots going on, it'd be kind of cool just to have a paper from that. We like ran to the gift shop where you like grabbed 2 papers, waters, juices, last minute souvenirs, bought some ornaments, and then boarded the plane.
And then on the plane they gave her a paper
for free. So it's okay though. I couldn't have banked on that. I mean, I've seen that happen before, but
yeah,
not every time.
On the plane, it was amazing. Once they finally took off, which they had a delayed start, which was annoying.
No surprise for us.
We got not only like tons of drinks, like what? They came around like 5 times.
Yeah, I probably could have gotten drunk off this flight. Like if I'd ordered wine on every meal.
But yeah, they handed out a lot of snacks and drinks. They had a meal, they had a snack after the meal, and dessert. And me and Kelly both got 3 ice creams because the ladies on my row, which we'll talk about in a minute, didn't want to eat their ice cream because I guess they were vegan or something. They looked Indian or I don't know. Anyway, let's just talk about that really quick. But anyways, back to these ladies who were foreign. She spoke English, so I offered to help her put her bag up there because she started complaining about us having backpacks and the backpacks taking up too much room.
Well, it's more so like he's one of those people that thinks that the back, like you're only supposed to put your backpack where right above your row, and if it doesn't fit there, then someone needs to move their stuff, and it's first come first serve.
I offered to like put it up on my backpack because my backpack is like smushes at the top, and she's like, no, it won't fit. No, it won't fit. I was like, okay, whatever. So she like huffed and puffed and did her thing. Then her mother sat next to me as well as her. So I had the window, then her mother, then her. And her mother was all up in my business. Like, yes, sleeping on my shoulder, like everything. And then I woke up one time and I had fallen asleep and I saw, like I hadn't opened my eyes all the way, I had just opened them slightly, and I saw her daughter reach over and like spray something in my face. I have no idea what she sprayed, and it didn't smell that great. It kind of smelled like curry, but like...
So they had to be Indian.
Like, what are you spraying in my face? I'm not pushing your mom since she's all up in my bubble. And then she left, and she told her mom to like lay down on the aisle. So literally, her mom's head was like on my leg, Did she ask to do any of this? No. She just cuddled up like we're family. And I was like, oh yeah, and she was coughing. So like I'm coughing over here trying not to cough, and she just was like full on face out like notice the difference? That was crazy. And then just get this. We get off the plane in Chicago, we go through getting our bag, going through customs, checking our bag again, and we get all the way to our gate, and they are at our gate. The same lady and her mom are at our gate. And I was like, oh dear Atlanta. I picked the same seats on both flights, so I'm really hoping they did not pick the same seats on both flights, or we might have another issue.
Talk about the dinner, how they got upset.
Oh my goodness. They were like, not only the baggages that like they couldn't put it in the overhead compartment where they wanted to, but they ended up getting dinner early because they, like I said, they had to be on some special diet or something. And all the special meals for this flight apparently got messed up. And so they were trying to accommodate the best they could with what they had, because lots of those meals, for those who don't know, need to be like ordered like a couple days beforehand so that they have them on the flight. And this lady was throwing a fit about like not getting the meal she ordered. And then the lady brought her some food early that they could eat. It was like a rice and curry. And she was like, I just want to say something real quick. That lady is very rude. And I was like, she said this to the flight attendant. And I was just sitting in my corner like, what? What is going on?
Who was she saying that was rude? The flight attendant was rude?
She was saying that the other flight attendant that delivered her food was rude.
Oh.
And I was like, one, lady, you got your food before everybody else. Two, they're still trying to accommodate a meal for you, even though your special meal did not show up. And then you have the audacity to say that they were rude for giving you your food early, and not, even though you didn't get the food that you ordered, you still got food. And then they were just being buttholes. And then they got the ice cream, and she was like, "When I do this, you eat it." And then they were about to throw it away, and that's how we got extra ice cream. And I was like, no, I'm gonna eat that. Anyway, landed, did all that, went on the next flight to Atlanta, no problemas.
Got there with like 20 minutes. We basically used the bathroom, grabbed some coffee, and waited in line.
Basically, yeah.
Even though we were boarding class 6, I feel like we were pretty early on the plane.
Oh, yeah.
And luckily they did not sit by us, so.
Yes. We saw them pass by.
And laughed.
A lot. It was funny. Oh my goodness. But yeah, then we came and waited for the shuttle, got our bag, and now we're driving back to Atlanta.
We got our Chick-fil-A fill for the day.
Oh yeah.
Rachel was trying to check in our bag. Huge blessing. It was free. We didn't have to pay for us to check our bag
in. I
in.
forgot about that.
So that was great. And then got mad at Rachel because she didn't speak French.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I came to check the bag, and she was like, "Oh, you're visiting, so I assume you speak a little French." And I was like, "No." And she was like, "You came to visit and you don't know the language?" And then I told her that I visited lots of countries while I was there, and each one had a different language. So no, I don't know French. Sorry. Missy. You a Karen? Is that what your name is? Can I guess?
She acts like a Karen.
Let's make a document of that though, real quick, because I don't think we did. The place where we had rented our car, the lady like told us a price. We left. We came back. She didn't answer the door. We left, went to sit on the bus to possibly leave. And we saw her leave the building to lock up. Like, she literally was in the building. She came out, started locking up to leave for the day. And so we run off of the shuttle bus because the doors hadn't closed yet. And we go, "Oh, no, we want the car. We want the car." Because I had checked Enterprise, which is where the shuttle was going. And Enterprise had ran out of cars. So we came back, got the car. I had to call my mom to talk about a few things because I was like, I don't know if I should do this. I don't know, because the manual was $370, but the automatic was $400. I was like, I don't know if I should do the manual. I haven't driven enough. Glad we didn't. That would have been insane, especially with the traffic and everything. But anyways, then she signs the paper and she goes, "Be sure to give me a good review or whatever." And then she goes, "My name's Karen."
And of course it had to be.
Ay. Who else was it? Did I say what was probably named Karen on the shuttle?
Well, wait, the other person named Karen was.
I can't think of it.
It was someone today, right?
I can't think of it.
It has to be an airline stewardess, I feel like.
Yeah, but who? Anyway,
That's gonna bug me.
it is gonna bug me too. We already started planning our next trip, so we're thinking Italy, Greece, and Holland.
Yep, gotta go to Amsterdam again.
But then also we might take a flight from Greece to Egypt. You know, get all the stops in. Who
It'd be kind of
knows?
funny if we went to Holland and we went to Egypt, like all on the same trip.
Yeah, why not?
You'll be like, that's such, what? Why did y'all do that? That makes no sense. Yeah, all the crazies.
Whatever.
Thanks, guys. Pieces.
Until next time,
15
like 16 months from now.
Yeah.
No lights. I think we're good.